okayfm 101.7.
Dr. Clement Apaak, MP for Busa South, Deputy Ranking Member, Education Committee of Parliament. Yaneno Nkwe Nkobo. Honorable Mimwachi.
Kwame, meje so mechia wonu wa pamfo, mechia Ghana fo nyina. Na Busa South, eno echia na mefi hobae.
Na what to say?
Menim se omutie okayfm. Nti Busa mena ma pusu amena soluk.
Na campaign no form to say yes we be so sorry a wono so wono udi asia ni pa parliamentary seat no.
O Kwame ene se emna na aso. Afi bia ntie na bia sa na tie. Te yesu gusu ndende. Se akonya to ide odishe bia na ma no kwan. Wotumi esori gina. Se yama ne kwan ono so ntena so. But Juma amaye Obusa South. School adan amia mape menabufo ama maboa ya yesi. Nkonya mapa amankwara. Wa boho sa madrele. The access ya de bia menya hu information a mama yako siesie. Ma ekuo nkitenkiti a mebuabuo won. School kwara atibia me boa mo mutie school fees. Omo monko school endo echire. Anasa ompense no edwuma. 113 na mato enioma etiaka ama eche omo ade no. Se omo so munyensa no edwuma no. Ahemfo. Any butchers are for women. Se me no omo di ne kre. Omo de bisi so no. Me ma enimguase emba omafa. Menye ade a obi betimi aka se you Dr. Park ukoye busa for wama yensensi form. Nti minim se da ne ba ombe de sefata. Eti ye bojuma. Yenim se Nyankopon ebe busa South. Any Ghana obey ya dom. Obe me de akuma hwehwe.
Matipana yes a minority in parliament ni titu mo amo kasama education hu. Mosi mo buakunta bi na nipa 927 na wo government scholarship so wo UK abrochimemu no wo aban de wo ka wo de sika stipends no ne ade wo school fees no close to 17 million euro enkomo yiti say
Yo kwa me da se esa se yedi additional commontino mama fa kwenye etini entrobia aya Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia ni MPP edi far for John Namane mama efa nguma so ene sorry Daily Post the nursing paper no Daily Dispatch any Mia Minua the Fable paper Ghanaian Observer any Daily Guide.
Oh no ewo woni.
Say almost say your mama say free senior school program no become feeding no become. What any other correct?
Me hunu and various captions of the daily set.
Exactly. Until my venture. I brought a airbo. Ghana for na no more a drop to a drain. And will be a candy or bow there. Your mama and can will be a da. The work can say a ba free in our school now. Obeman here. Obepe dedicated funding. Was it we will ring fence a percentage of our oil resources to fund the policy. Was that what I said? The double track system will be abolished. And what I said, feeding program, Omwedidium, I mean unim say ya sem kese no. Obedi centralize it. Obedi free Ghana buffer stock company sem. Na sikana ko heads of the secondary schools. Ama omwano omo suppliers to supply them the food they need at the local level. Say the beya enkwara ne benya aduane pa di. Say na papa yaka. Now, Marco Trump say, Governor Mahama can say, Oba cancel feeding program, and I say free snail school policy. They are Ghana for Musho.
We heard the former president say, Owusika be to say Sikabotinibia, on Fanko free senior high. It may be so your Saturday say Oba was say or obey sacrum. Aha, obey free stakeholders meeting. Na ye de ahwe. Ena na nsen ya nso no moment first to buy no. There's this thing around. Say aha ba kono ka so be review. Sorry. Ena osan ba say oba oni free senior ha no ontwem obetrim. Obetrim kura ko private schools no. Enti miensan we no yemfa de akire yi.
Kwame. Kata bia eni ho. Mi ewo manifesto mu anase kata mu mi clip anase video your mama aka say oba obetwa free school. I haven't seen that.
Ba review no there so okay
na that review there eno mi ni wuni say mo okayfm kwame program o sha se nyen ye no wa ufukuma se ba ye no wa na sha se me ka pa wo ba kire se program ya wa ya bedu ne no wonye nsachoya ama program na ko nanim ama program na tumpon kwame that you have done to sustain the program up to this level Ghana obi etie obi afese odi nkomo. That is based on a review.
Baba, it is a review no betumi aba. E betumi aba say yenye review ni wie no. Na niema bi wo kro a component of the free senior high school na ye betumi ye free man na de bi ba ka ho meboa.
Kwame, ono say when ni nyama ba ko mienu bi a atochi ma Ghana for obi esu. Bi aro no waka so pay se manu tumi na obesa kire no. Baako ene enkwara no omodidiem me no ye disa nkomo ya na omodidiem eduane enkwara yidi no dodoɔ ɛsɛ ni awofo etumi ye banku edu ko school ekomo amoma ebi etia ema omote ben school sɛ omunye eduane ema nkwara no enkwara no tumi di rice-based diet and as a corn-based diet. When I watch you now, almost demonstration. Anyway, no one himself. And no, dear, Oba and secretary, it's a China day. And now, you have this Chicano Emma Ghana Food Buffer Stock Company. Now, no other suppliers. Now, my supply school in Riane. Now, Kwabrani at Tinkrai. Now, I'm going to supply contract. Say on supply cut here. Emma me from BC Senior High Agric School. And you be a hin don't cut here. And can I say from BC? He also Oba. He will decentralize the feeding arrangement. Where the feeding grant instead of 30% for perishables, ni adwani getting in as if for I go schools no. 100% thing in other schools no. Now headmaster. Dining hall master, Beza, matron, dining hall prefect, no more tenacity to decide based on that, no more local suppliers. Yeah, no, it's not just going to benefit the students in terms of the quality and the quantity, but it is also going to bolster the local economy. Where waka boni.
Na me ba jo sa de okay. Na no ye be gisika fra wo fo wo anasa aban na disika beba.
Abana this kababa. I don't know one say he is going to provide dedicated funding by ring-fencing a percentage of the oil revenue to finance the policy. About to see one
President President Mahama can say so was says kabiti sasa on for me fees in your high. Oh,
and when did he say that?
Me by your map video number send
manifesto.
And your manifesto no. E by answer manifesto about.
Mrs. 2020 now manifesto no more. 2024 is it in the manifesto? Manifesto na di ejuma.
Me by 20 eh bi obet
na o ka na the okaso obesi 350 brand new senior high schools no. We see.
And you say you will be asem we dey na obi ansia enti eno chese okay one see
let's talk about what is documented in the manifesto.
Na mom nya dey okan ya any manifesto ni mu.
Me see that is the official document.
Oh okay.
Yeah, only Ghana for apam.
Anti okay, Matthias ni many bi wa e bi anenye enye official nti nu ntu fanya asem
ka. Me say about so what here me be say manifesto no mo. So manifesto no mo am no be dey unkomo me I deal with documents. Nti no me academic. I deal with documentation.
Oh okay. Because I mepe tape no so am why. Ya fe yentu ankomo no so a.
The American say I don't know what can't say obesisem. Double track abi. Ekwara bi wo school edu ofie. Yen nyina nim say emwa. Nti o se oba obesi schools ni bi aka ho. The one obetrim. Obesa so am private schools na participate. Big push no. There is going to be ebe infrastructure. You better so the cap get fat. Say ebe ya you bet me see adan no. Na ye double track na free na obi akọ school na obi akọ school. Obi abetia, obi abefie. So he has made specific things that no oba obeye. But essence say wonim say program no Ghana for the no. Was say so ba he is going to constitute a national stakeholders forum to take another look at the policy to ensure that we resituate it and improve version to give us the maximum output. He has not said that on Wabayana or Obeye review. He never said that. That is not what His Excellency John Mahama said. They are for the Juma. And I just wanted to make the point.
Okay.
That what they say, daily guide, any Ghanaian observer, any Benson paper.
Na obi asem se me se. Okay. Obi asem se me. Mami Musa de.
Never said that anywhere.
Mami obi asem de me se me Musa question we say. President Mahama ba like schools no obesi bia ka ho na schools sie all in 4 years no say nya asem ketwa na obusa say mo ka 24-hour economy and then classrooms no so no in the meantime some ba mo use mo 24 hours no kwala no ebekọ ebia anopa to awia na bia kwa awia to anumre 8 na bia ebi so akọ 8 o'clock to anopa na eno 24-hour economy na ye adwuma education sector no it is saying
teaching and learning is not a commercial venture.
The 24-hour one day commercial venture
industry. You such an approach, it will devalue the quality of our education.
Oh, there you
go. Intina double track no kwa no mo de buy. So for reading manifesto na NDP 2024 manifesto. Omo kwa ma kan say o mbetwem.
Na mama mod you. Say teacher for mbechira de anopa. You want to bechira de.
We are talking about people learning. We are not talking about production.
Ti akwala no won me bo. Say me mo kan say empokura police for be 24 hour. Mo kan say
Kwame, the police are professionals. They are not learning. They are not learners. You cannot compare the two. Don't even go there. A ridiculous comparison.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Matthias. Double track by manifesto. They plagiarize. They are almost on me. Second, no more defend it. double track. So MPP 2020 manifesto education section. One say they would work to eliminate the double track system, plagiarize from us. They have also even indicated that they are going to provide free education for persons with disability at the tertiary level. Another plagiarized idea from us, and I can give you many examples. Betting tax, for copy.
Mami Musa Dewi, betting tax, Muslim Bambicum, or my bane, and to say US, to say Wamukra, woman, your mono, betting, one bet taxo, the over footballer, a taxo, would be a taxon. Why some Mubatum?
Wame, the entire Sebicum a manifesto no more.
Because a commercial venture, the Pacono, or ye Juma, I don't know ye Juma, tax.
Abra or ye public forum, or Bukum Arena. And the Sasamono, ye come. Ya
trial crowd.
Almost betting tax no buy. Mahmoud Baumia, any MPP. Almost grants no almost buy, almost on become. Omona mudi ile viba omuso mbetwam omona wo so bisa
amnya o ma mebuso mpa
ade anya ade na mudi kan de baaye
right
let's be answering these questions
na hey ayi doc mami musa ayi question yi eni ma wodo amanyofo MPP NDC mo akeken me fa ne sese NDC mo ba beto bosia a o men ya bo a ebi statutory payments ye eni ma wodo amwa ken mo beba na o man confess ni emu nya de saa obi be bisa question say with regards to education mo wa confess kan way
Kwame me say ya sa about education. Let me give you a few examples. I don't know, it to be linked to the entire mo frame.
Oh, na any e be ba so pa, e ba so pa.
Ghana yenkwara yedo ma kwa ma no ne so mu gosu ade a aban na wase omu tua omu fees ene omu stipends eno no ye obi beka chop money ne rent allowance na asifu a wase omu de tua rent ni what they say stipends no over 27 months womu tua and fees no so de cumulative no bro 17 million pounds for almost 980 masters and PhD students in only the UK. Only the UK. Many can say, you know, as I say, I buy NTNT, no. And when I know the one, almost schools, you know, they have been withdrawn. Some are being processed to be deported. Others are not even allowed to take classes. They have to do online. And one of the reasons is because government has failed to meet its obligation to them. If we are talking about financing education in this country, based on the current situation, one, we will cut down on the budgetary allocation and request by the office of the president. On average, since the MPP government took over the reins of governance in Ghana, on average, between 2017 to date, every year, Diano, Yamma Office of Government Machinery Sika Krano, Yamawon 2 billion Ghana cedis. But there are years where we have given them 4 billion Ghana cedis. Says the Canadian or Mampenia say. So
but I more parliament for them approve. Doc, but parliament some no approve.
Not parliament.
Muna mo appropriation no.
Eba to be raise the issues. Why wouldn't say the parliament sit here? We raise the issues, we argue against it. But they use their 137 plus 1 to approve it. Kwame, you are even in this country. There was a time that we managed to reject a budget. You know it. And yet, strangely and fictitiously, that budget was reinstated. We even went to court. And up to today, that case has not been heard by the Supreme Court. We have always fought and argued and made the case. And you know the way Parliament works. It is hard about. So the point I'm making is that so Jomama to me no everything in somewhere. Yamiadum so Benya parliamentary majority. We will have the capacity to do these things, including cutting down on the allocations to the Office of Government Machinery. We would save at least 3 billion Ghana cedis per annum. And I don't know, a bit made the mapa, the woman a deal, get fund. I beg the get fund a question. And also buy 7 parliament. Ye ko say where am ko ye emwa. Ebe Mexico be ko get fund no. Eso be take. There's something so get fund will not have the capacity to fulfill its obligations. And pampa omo pass sa omo friend Capping and Realignment Act is part of our position, our opposition to it. Today, Get Fund is not even getting half of revenue. I was a Get Fund. They say a fee Get Fund inflows from Get Fund Live, say I was a year 4 billion and I was a Get Fund because of the Capping and Realignment policy, Get Fund only gets about 1.5 at most billion Ghana cedis. And that is why a lot of schools are dilapidated. Schools and the trees are now broke 5,400. That is what is going on. And Get Fund is also the principal sponsor of the Student Loan Trust. And apply for student loan. So when we come, we are going to dig up Get Fund and we are going to address the issue of collateralization of Get Fund to maximize the revenues and ensure that that also goes well to the educational.
Na obi asani se mimusa se President Mahama the first time niema bia okeka ne sesei no na nka akonya ho se obeye na eno an come to his attention ana se afi na ayi ni tipa ese mo ba address.
Kwame, governance is a continuum. Nka owa Ghana for man konya se on to us from 2016 na mejiri sanko winu nyina waye Ghana for eka se akubado ne baomia esa entro yedi etra Ghana for ntri one this one that one this one that one this one that and me kwa napko for eco demonstration almost every month petitions youth in afforestation for demonstration omusika emaye nursing a teacher training allowance almost on our reinstate your omuntia quota system almost on year through in terms of nursing training colleges and teacher training colleges it has almost allowance into our sandia bantino I'm up to Abama but ye who Susan swallow it is your mama is not in power and that is why based on what is the reality today Oka the Oka say Oba Obeye A, B, C, and D given another opportunity. Now where waka money. The money are why say. So what he's saying is based on contemporary challenges and issues. Addressing all these issues. Thank the President John Dramani Mahama and Koni Asamka. But the truth is that they have not been able to resolve the issues. Almost everything that they came to inherit. Problem they have magnified the problem by 100%. Case in point, guarantee. Nothing here. What I mean, was that the nature of our water bodies?
Oh, and yeah.
Did you ever hear any company mining in a forest reserve? These are the issues.
Now, my memory, now students are not working. Say a perennial problem. A war sings about who will be so. Now, when at the end of the money, different.
I mean, a perennial problem. it is never the case, sir, the Republic of Ghana has failed to meet its obligations to Ghanaian students studying abroad. To the extent, sir, Kwame, Yankwara Omuye PhD, a BA and master's degrees. Sir, one benya into Tiepa Ajin, na omudi aba Ghana abesumo man, na yempuntro akoso. Kwame, you already, they have been withdrawn. This has never happened. Kwame, look, the situation has become so dire to the extent that the boys are selling their spends. Omo 150 pounds, 200 pounds. Now, Omo bibi edi akomano. Some of the girls are now engaged in prostitution and abusive relationships just to survive. Kwame, this has never happened as far as I can tell. The government has failed to meet its obligations to students abroad, failing to pay their school fees, failing to pay their stipends, and they are now engaged in this dehumanizing and embarrassing activities just to survive.
Now, moba then obey. Afam.
First of all, John Amanda Mamaka said the whole scholarship regime needs to be looked at. You see, we are going to go to Parliament and get a law passed to consolidate and streamline the scholarship regime to ensure transparency and also to ensure that the sons and daughters and relatives of the politically exposed are not given the advantage of going on Ghana government scholarships. But they have to address the issue immediately. The students are suffering. They are engaged in dehumanizing activities just to survive. Yesikana, Yekongu was Sicilia part demono. You can say this Sikano, this Ejumi. Yesikana, Yedia Kosha, Lassa Cathedral Moane, Abaya, the world's biggest swimming pool. No, that is what that money should be used for. Our money that has been given away to a contractor. That is where the money should go. Presidential staffers. Our Mugu presidency, I am the Omoye. I am Nunti. As if they are a office of the government machinery in excess of 2 billion Ghana cedis. You know, that is what that money should be used for. The government should find the money to pay the schools the fees of our world staying abroad and to pay their stipends in Tentemiara. Yes, me to cancel. Ghana's international and global image has been tarnished. Now, our words are suffering. We cannot tolerate this. They must find the money. No.
Doggy. What na bruche da what school abruche da. Na me fan the US and the Canada. Scholarship. Normally, they are talking about the fees. But in these contemporary times, as I say, my Koswa running scholarship scheme, no, as it is today. The reason I make one say, I buy and found school. Won't your baby abeda, Adriani abedi, the other babo with school fees in these contemporary times. Here.
Kwame, the attorney said,
because US and woman yet.
Oh, they do. I know Canadian students who come to Ghana on scholarship.
How much you answer the ATA?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
I know that for a fact. But the reason is this. There are different categories of people in society. And scholarships, usually are reserved for brilliant but needy students. Akura wonima dear pa and so woni be and I say I will follow any be. Onuna was or mino ethnison as sinning. Now
the American some of the courses I want to pursue, around here.
Honey, I understand that, but that is why we need to take a holistic look at our scholarship regime. And for example, when you say the fourth estate, there is some investigation about Ghanaian scholarship. When you say the Toja, say Freddie and Gina Blay, one more bad by you are a lawyer. She was given a government scholarship. You can see that.
You mami,
not meritorious.
Mami ma kakra. Emran a establish Ghana a scholarship scheme no. And Chelsea will be papa ne maami will be a my moano. It's not until there be a more parliament for better no more shasa no near act no a problem.
Kwame, nipa na mpene medical kind, the whole basis of a scholarship is to sponsor somebody who is brilliant but is incapable.
But there is no law. Where do you can me do I see you?
Me duty. Me know we are again. Your mama when he comes, and it is in the manifesto that he is going to get a law enacted to govern our scholarship regime, who to prevent the daughter of Freddie and Gina Blay, the nephew of Samira Baumia, and other politically exposed. Me under John Dramani Mahama would not be entitled to a scholarship, and that is the right thing to do, because the scholarship should fund brilliant but needy students. The essence of the scholarship is to allow people in society who otherwise will be disadvantaged if the state does not step in to offer support, to also be able to rise and explore their full potential by supporting their education. That is the essence of a scholarship. If you want any men and come one scholarship secretariat. This is what I will do. I will make a law to govern scholarships, giving the opportunity and going forward.
Okay, Mame Bo, na Mame ko back kakranko bisa. Free senior high, and bra moba bebono. More costing, and we say bia periodically, say bia ye semester near the idea of my baboka say. Na ehwe animu se ebeje nkwala sei ana beatsa na capping of enrollment nso no mo manifesto no can say efa free senior high ho.
The manifesto doesn't speak about any capping with regards to enrollment. And only a bit me at
okay.
In terms of cost, based on what we know now, no. So figures are about parliament over the past 7 years, on average, except the first year, 2017, now you allocate only 400 million Ghana cedis, From 2018 onwards, it is usually oscillating between 1 and 3 billion Ghana cedis. It is on average. You can say that we have been spending about 2 billion Ghana cedis per annum to finance the policy. That one we know. And as Oceans the disbursements are not always done, and that is part of the problem. Omonde proposals no bar yejitum, but says you can be kono and ko to Social Africa Education Watch researcher wire. In fact, it turns out say awufono are actually paying 77% of the cost of educating their wards in secondary school. Government is only financing 23% in actual terms. We have a fair idea of what to do. And we believe that we will be able to mobilize the resources to do it the way we have said we are going to do, by addressing implementation challenges, removing the double track system, decentralizing the feeding arrangements, augmenting existing infrastructure, adding new schools, completing abandoned e-blocks, and then we can do all of these things. We have a fairly good idea based on budgetary allocations that have been done for the past 7 years about how much it will cost. It will not cost more than 2 billion Ghana cedis per annum based on contemporary figures. And John Mahama has said that he is going to ring-fence a percentage of our oil revenue to finance the policy. And
okay.
MPP kwa entimi nkasa.
Ene dog mama na wase anope.
Mesi me da se bebre, mo ne yame adwuma.
Emi so nshira pa.
Ene
Daily Guide.
Ghanaian Observer. Any Daily Guide. They should retract and apologize.
Okay.
Your mama never said anywhere that he was going to cancel Free Senior High School or cancel the feeding of students in Free Senior High School. It is a lie.
Okay. Mama na wase anope. Honorable Dr. Clement Apaak, MP for Busa South, and the K101.7.
OKFM 101.7.